Hello everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the grey. Today's video we're going to talk getting started with the Middle-earth strategy battle game, and today we're going to take a look at the Shire, those lovable hobbits. Now in this video we're going to go through, talk about the army rule, a little bit about the Shire and what it gives us and how the army list works for the army, and then we'll take a look at a couple of units and models that we recommend to get started with for your Shire force. We'll then take a look at some other units to expand upon our force with before finally finishing off the video with a little sample 300 point army list of the Shire for you to use as some inspiration for starting your own army. And so, the army bonus we get, hobbit models in this army list gain the woodland creature special rule. Straight up just a nice simple army rule. This allows an infantry model with the special rule, they may move through woods and forests that are classified as difficult terrain as if they were open ground. Note this doesn't mean they can automatically climb terrain in those areas nor move through tree trunks or jump fallen obstacles automatically. But this is just pretty cool. You know, terrain can play a massive part in the Middle-earth strategy battle game, and terrain which penalises your movement is especially hampering, especially for a slow-moving force like the Shire with hobbits only having that base 4-inch move. So having the ability to ignore forests and woods and that sort of stuff can come in real handy for just allowing your hobbits to, I guess, increase or at least keep their speed at the same level. And so, where to start? First of all, I think the Hobbit characters you need to start with are, of course, our main cast in the Lord of the Rings. Now, if you want to pick them all up at a cheap option, definitely trying to find the Fellowship of the Ring set is probably the best way to get all four at a cheap cost. There are ways to definitely get Merry and Pippin at some cheaper costs as well. Frodo and Sam can be a little bit harder to find. But the big thing I like, first of all, Sam has that courage of 6 something that only he and Frodo have, and Sam can also do heroic resolve, heroic strike, and he also gets +1 to his strength thanks to having Sting later on as well. Here you've got Frodo of the 9 Fingers as well, another one of your heroes of fortitude. Both these models can take elven cloaks and ponies if they want. All hobbit models within 6 inch of Frodo can count as being in range of a banner, and Frodo, however, can never charge enemy models, and in a fight he'll make no strikes. He never wants to see blood again. He's seen too much of it. For me, I really like Samwise the Brave. I think he adds a lot with his 2 points of might, 2 will, and 3 fate. Now, Meriadoc Brandybuck, Captain of the Shire, and Peregrine Took, Captain of the Shire, are really interesting models to bring into your force as well. The big thing they're both going to bring is their own unique style of hobbit units. So if you include Merry, then models in his warband can be upgraded to Battle and Brandybucks at the cost of a single point. Battle and Brandybucks have a strength of 3, so your hobbit militia go up to a strength of 3. Now, Peregrine Took, on the other hand, he can upgrade the archers to have a fight value of 3 and a shoot value of 3+, once again for a point as well, and owning models in his warband. All of these models here, these two, they can take elven cloaks and ponies like the other 2 hobbits, but these 2 can also take shields. Now, the other thing we've got here is the Horn of the Riddermark on Meriadoc, where you effectively get a horn with him, so really solid. And you've got against all the odds where Pippin may reroll failed wound rolls when making strikes against monsters or heroes. Both of these 2 hobbits have 2 points of might, will, and fate each. Now, of course, looking where to start, we're going to need some fighters, and Hobbit Militia are just a solid place to start. Cheap, you can have dagger, axes, or hammers in the unit of any variation that you want. They've got resistance to magic like all the hobbits do. And they can throw stones as well. So a nice little bit of throwing damage in there as well. Hobbits can actually, do quite a bit of range damage with the amount of throw stone actions they can take. They're not too crazy. Defense of 3 is nice, but strength 2 and fight value of 1. Now looking at where to go next, obviously if we've got Pippin and Merry in the force as well, we're going to be wanting to grab some Hobbit archers. A base fight of 2, though remember going up to those upgraded fighters, they will get that fight of 3 there, which can be really nice. They can also take a warhorn in their unit, so if you are not including Meriadoc Brandybuck in your force, you can get a warhorn for your hobbits via this way. Now, Hobbit Sheriffs are another option as well. Defense of 3 and a base fight value of 3 with 3 for their shoot value as well. Resistant magic, throw stones, that's just Hobbit generic, but they have hand and half clubs instead of the other weapon options for the other Hobbits. So a nice alternate unit option to bring to the table. Now, looking into some smaller characters, I do like Farmer Maggot and his hounds. Now, I do mention and his hounds because he automatically gets his 3 hounds straight away in his warband. He has a 2-handed sire pick, and Grip, Fang, and Wolf his 3 hounds automatically. They are pretty nice with fight value of 3, and then strength and defense 3, something that's, pretty good there on the strength. And they also have an 8-inch move, so definitely can provide you with a nice little bit of extra speed to your force. Lastly, we do have a bunch of other characters that come in members of the Shire box set here, and my favourite of them is Lobelia Sackville Baggins. Now, she actually can't hurt anyone, as if she wins a combat, she won't make strikes, she just pokes you with an umbrella, but she's got a really fun ability, Furious to Raid, where no warrior model from either player's force may benefit from hero models stand fast while they're within 6 inches of her, and she's just yelling at them, and she's just furious. It could be a really interesting piece to bring, especially for only 15 points. I think she could be a really interesting sort of piece to bring into the force. And so here we have our sample army list for you. Now, we've gone for Peregrine, Captain of the Shire, as our leader for the warband. The reason we've not gone for Merry is he's got our horn, so we're wanting to sort of split up the targeting priorities here. So, Meridoc is our hero of valor, and he's going to have 9 Hobbit militia, all upgraded to those Battle and Brandy bucks. They all say axe here, but really, just use the models that you got. And then Peregrine will have 4 Hobbit archers, all upgraded to the Tookish hunters. Now, we've then got our hero of fortitude in Farmer Maggot. He's got his 3 hounds and 2 Hobbit sheriffs. And then we have Samwise the Brave, who has an elven cloak, which both Peregrine and Meridoc both have. We've also upgraded them with shields. But Samwise has 3 Hobbit sheriffs in his warband for 299 points, just shy of the 300 we've got. 4 bows and 21 warriors, a decent little force. Now, 4 bows doesn't sound like a lot for a force that can, get a few bows in there. But you got to remember, everyone is throwing rocks as well. So there can be, quite a few deaths from rocks. I've seen it with Hobbit forces where they just stand in a line and throw rocks at everyone. And you'd be surprised how much you can actually do with it. If you've been playing with the Shire in the Middle-earth strategy battle game, let us know how you've been going and what you would do down in the comments below. Well, that's the end of the video. Thank you all for watching. We hope you enjoyed. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And also drop us a comment down below letting us know what you enjoyed about the video. If you'd like to come and chat more with me and other members of our community here at Cinderful Gaming, you can do so on our Discord server, which is linked down in the video's description. If you'd like to help support the channel more, you can do so either by Patreon or YouTube members, or going to our Teespring store, all of which are linked down in the video's description as well. As a special thank you to our patrons and YouTube members, we'd like to give you all a shout out. So, a special Patreon shout out to Christian Weir, Soren, Kenny Lyle, Owl Shot First, Andrew Bowen, Nathan Fee, The Rising Ape, Cure Dynamic, Anthony B, JJ Austrian, Average Wargamer, Domir, Mark Harvey, James Cater, Derek, Bloobs, Benjamin Suarez, and Red Martin. And a thank you to our YouTube members as well: Green Roots Gaming, Kenton Young, Ronya, Lock Lorick, The Johnny 84, David Ellsworth, Wolfric Nick, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Revenar, Pink, Nico Fire, Robin Mankiller, Monty's Tabletop Terrain, John Castle, and Davis Wire. Special thanks also to Lady Witchfox Art, who does all the amazing artwork you see on the channel, like you can see pictured here on this slide. Thank you once again for watching, everyone. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Ciao for now.